All righty, we are live on Facebook. We're going to have Tony Love up here in just a minute and see what's happening in her world. I'm going to put on the intro just to allow people time to come in so we can share out to the community. Debbie Garcia, Don Horn. Haven't seen y'all in a while. All right, let's get the show on the road. Just give me 1 second. I'm having a little issue. Huh. Hang on a second. Oh well. All right, let's get Tony Love up here. See what's been going on. How's it going, everybody? Naveen, what's happening? Long time no see. All right, Tony. Here you go. Can you hear me? Ah, there you are.
Hi, how are you?
Whoa, is that you or me?
What is it doing?
You hear that?
I don't hear it.
You know, this has been happening to me for like 3 or 4 days on these shows. I keep hearing these 2 or 3 different noises.
Is it high frequencies or?
Yeah, but it's not like normal. I mean, I get the frequencies all the time, but it's like what am I trying to say? Like when you get the ones in the ears, you can feel them.
Oh yeah.
Going in. You can feel them going in. This one's out here.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't hear it though.
Well,
I wish I could hear it.
what's been happening with you? What's going on? How you doing?
A lot of things have been going on. I've been actually pretty busy because of everything that's going on in the world right now. But yeah, so I just with all the healing that I've been doing for other people.
Oh, you have?
Worldwide. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so I just been keeping on going and building a lot of building up my website and redoing everything, refreshing everything. So yeah, so I've been pretty busy with that.
You're in New Mexico, right?
Oh, I wish. I'm in Arizona.
Arizona, that's right.
Yeah, Arizona. I live in a small area. I was trying to see if I could see comments. Okay, all right, I just got that set up.
You got them? You see the comments?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not the only one hearing this. Other people are hearing it.
Really? Wow. So I wonder.
So I'm not. I don't know what it is. Is it on your end? Here, let me mute you for a minute. Hang on. All right, I hear it now. No, it's all right.
Is it
It's just
still
your frequency. You're just emitting frequencies.
there?
Hello, upstate New York. What's going on, Gidget?
Yeah, so that's what I do is I do high frequency vibrational. This whole week I've been doing rebalancing wellness package for high frequencies. So I don't know if maybe I'm just like really tuned up from that or
We're just gonna put you on a big post and like turn you around in circles so it can broadcast.
oh my goodness. Yeah, because the last session I had, it shut down my computer and was trying to reformat it. It was like the frequency was so high that it was trying to wipe my hard drive.
Wow.
Um, and
Well, I've had quite a few. Well, you know what's happening with these electronic things for me
mhm.
is the more and more anomalies are occurring every day. Weird stuff like what's been happening to me today has been I will go to push something on my phone
Mhm.
and it's like somebody or something's touching my phone and it starts doing stuff on its own, right? And
Oh,
and now that's happened for like 3 or 4 days. And then today, what started happening today was on my laptop, it it would start doing the same thing. Like I didn't even touch a button and it starts moving like or doing things like I've touched some buttons and everything but writing. It hasn't written anything out, but it's like the cursor's moved around and stuff.
definitely some communication there, and then the dimension
Well,
we're moving into, or
I only got one thing to say to that. I am a sovereign, free, fearless soul in every dimension, on every timeline. Nothing has power over me, period. End of story.
yeah, yeah. I think I had some of that weird stuff going on too. Here a couple days ago too. So
We all got weird stuff going on
yeah.
now.
Also like feeling like you're not actually here. Like I've been feeling like, whoa, I'm kind of like floating feeling.
Yeah,
Like I almost like pinch myself to see if I'm down here, kind of
yeah.
thing. So that was kind of weird. I almost got that happened when I was in the grocery store. That was just kind of weird feeling.
Yeah, other people are making comments about their electronics. And what you said about the feeling, I'm watching, and this is just coming back to me now, but like it happened to me last night. I walked up to the convenience store, and it was like a flash.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a glitch,
Mm-hmm.
except for when I've seen glitches before, it's like a certain spot. But this was the whole thing, right? Like so I was walking across this little park and it was like the universe blinked its eye and everything slightly moved over. It was trippy. And it's happened to me, it happened to me twice yesterday.
It's like a matrix, like you're entering into a portal,
I
something
don't
like
know. No, more like I'm in the matrix
that.
and like so you can see the screen I'm on. Like if say that's your line of vision,
Right?
as I'm walking through this park, it's like there was a blink and then it kind of just moved like that, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen that yet.
Man, you know what? This is getting real interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, with all the changes that are going on right now in this the world and the dimensions and
That's right,
you
man.
definitely feel something going on. Most definitely,
Everybody needs to handle their shift. Stop worrying about everybody else.
right?
It's a full-time job coming down here learning how to handle your own shift.
So Mona was saying that it's been happening to her screen doing that also.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I think it's
Gidget says, I just feel drained.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's happening.
floating in the silence. Yeah.
So, how's your experience been the last few weeks? January this year was, some people said it was like, I saw that one meme and it said this has been the longest 5 years of my life and it's only January 20th. And then February was full of interesting activations and
Yeah, there's been a lot of activations, a lot of changes. Also more sensitivities. And I feel like I've even gotten a little bit more power, you know, a little bit more, I don't know, powerful of some sort of being able to enter into the healing, the healing vortexes and all that stuff. It seems like that has also increased, you know, our giftings have increased. A lot of people are saying that also, but for me, I think that has happened. More so, more sensitivity, of course.
Yeah.
And then now, just recently, more so, is seeing somebody, you know, calling you or knowing it's going to happen, and then it happens 5 minutes later, you know.
Yeah.
So that's been more so showing up, but of course we've been also having to deal with our shadow side a lot, really digging into things that no longer serve us, you know.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of people detoxing and all. um, I forgot to put my cat away. I'm gonna have to put her away.
Go ahead. Go
She's
ahead.
howling. Can you hear her?
Yeah, I thought it was a kid.
Yeah. It's my cat. She's
Yeah, 2 nights ago, I said this earlier on the other show. 2 nights ago, when we laid down to connect, I opened my eyes, man. There was like Lyrians, cat, feline faces all over the room. And I figured, well, we got the Lyrians in attendance tonight. Hello, Jeanette Smith Wazalowski. How's it going? Reese Campbell, Inger Arms, and Walter Carmichael. So Tony Love,
yes. Tony.
what's happening?
Tony the.
What's your report? What's your report from the front line of the apocalypse?
Oh, I'm not even into that stuff.
Oh, I'm kidding. That's just a joke.
Right. I just feel like we're going through a huge enlightenment, and a lot of. I just go with the flow, with the energy, and just go with it. I feel
Yeah.
like this is just a sidetrack. I feel like this is a sidetrack.
Oh, you mean all that stuff that we're not going to mention?
Yeah, I don't.
Everybody's
I just,
focusing on.
yeah, I'm trying not to focus on that at all with anything.
That's right, man. There's no reason to focus on it.
It's just ridiculous.
You just make it bigger if you do, and we're not going to talk about it.
Exactly.
But let me ask you this. Have you had any dramatic divine experiences in the last few weeks that are a little bit different than the normal crazy stuff that you've experienced? Have you had anything that stands out? I mean, are you more connected? Are you less connected?
I feel like I've been enhanced, like more connected, and
Yeah.
seeing things a lot clearer, I should say. But yeah, I'm a weird one, so I actually see a lot of weird things, and it's normal. So I can't.
I know, that's why I'm asking you.
It's not different. I just feel like it's more of a enhancement to me.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like more sensitivities.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's now it's coming in here.
You're going up to the matrix, the elevator.
No, this is. I don't know what this is, but it's a big one. What was I going to tell you? I don't know what this was, right?
Uh-huh.
So I wear these reading glasses, and the other night I laid down when we connected, as we do every night, and I closed my eyes for a little bit, and then I was told, "Open your eyes," and I opened my eyes, and I could see the glasses on my face. Not the glasses, but I could see a lens on my face. I could actually see that there was a lens of some sort. And there wasn't physically a lens. And I'm like looking at this, and it's a pretty dark room. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this? What are they trying to tell me? And I blinked my eyes and I shut my eyes several times, and that there was some type of message with, how usually it'll be like, we're going to remove the lens so you can see clearer. This was more like, we're putting a lens on your eyes. That's the message I got.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it was like a third eye upgrade or something. I don't know. But the fact that it had a physical
Lens.
sensation to it, you know.
So did you
Was
feel like the lens was like, did you feel like the lens was thicker,
Yeah, yeah, about like these, something like that.
like just even thicker to enhance your vision?
Yeah,
To,
yeah, because I said, what is going on with this? Because, you
Mhm.
know, like I said, you usually hear lenses removed,
Right.
another set of lenses is gone, you have more clarity or whatever, but this one was actually put on my body or whatever. And that was the message when I asked. It was just like, nah, we're giving you a new set of lenses, basically.
Yeah, that's what I would take that as.
Yeah.
It's like you're moving it into a higher senses, a
Oh,
higher realm, and you know, your vision's going to be in, you know, much more clear. Maybe that's what a lot of people are getting, clarity and more sensitivity too. So that's an awesome metaphor,
yeah,
um, you know, for me to understand that, you know, for the enhancement of your third eye for what's coming, perhaps,
yeah.
you know, more of the
Oh,
future.
I think it's here. I don't think it's coming. I think it's already here.
Yeah, it's here. It's just, oops, seeing it, I guess.
It's Yeah. So like when I look at it and I go, so it's like the universal family saying, "Hey, it's here, it's happening. I don't care what you humans do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This shift is going down. So either let go or be dragged."
And have you seen all the new things that are people are posting about the more of the alien you know, visions, or people are getting in touch with them? I don't know if they're fake or not, but they're,
Oh, you're talking about the videos?
yeah, there's been some,
Yeah, those are manufactured.
yeah,
Those are
and
manufactured.
then
Yeah.
also the world that you can see in the sky coming kind of thing.
Yeah, those are manufactured.
I
I
think
mean,
that too,
you you've seen you know, Project Bluebeam. I mean, that was written in the early 60s by the CIA,
but
you know.
yeah,
And so the holographic technology is, you know, we've seen some of it, but we've so much of it we haven't seen. So, you know, who knows? I only trust the you and me. That's it. I
yeah,
don't trust anything else. I don't give a damn if it has a Q or an R or an S. Not that I distrust, but I'm not going to disempower myself in some salvation program. You know,
right, yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
I just live for the moment and just go from there. And
Absolutely. How are you and your husband doing? How's your family?
we're doing excellent. Everything's going good. My husband is working towards more of his spiritual side than he was before. So he kind of took a
That's
break.
cool.
Kind of took a
Have you had anything go on in terms of like the journey and the alignment of the masculine and feminine? I know last time we talked that he was less spiritual, so that's one thing. He's become more spiritual.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
become more spiritual. He's got more of the feminine energy within him.
wow,
Like more compassion, more of the love. So he's working towards a new vision, a new thing within his life right now. So it's kind of like he just like said, hey, you know, I have to make a living to support us right now, and I just have to put this on the back burner. So, but yeah, he's getting a lot more visions, a lot more sensitivity. He's awakening more so again. So
so he's getting acclimated with the world you live in.
yeah, 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 yeah. He's all for what I do, and he was amazed because I had a client the other day, and uh and this man is not a believer really, and he was suffering for a year. So he watched this. I did a session for 1 hour with this man, and the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with him, and the next day he was all his swelling went down. His rashes on his body are completely gone. That was just one session, and usually it takes like a good 3 sessions, you know, for me. But he was just like blown away from that the other day. So he sometimes he likes to watch what I do.
Are you picking up any collective intel from your clients, like, you know, collectively, like pieces of what's happening on a collective level?
Um, you mean like a more of awakening for each person, or
Well, like when you go in and do your work, does any information present itself to you in regard to like a collective narrative or like what's happening in the world? And I don't mean what's happening on the news and all that. I mean like
Right.
higher level stuff.
Some of my clients are just, some of them are not even, kind of like believers. So they're like in a lower sense of level, so,
Mm-hmm.
but after they have sessions, yeah, they wake up more so, and then they start saying, I see this, or I'm feeling that, and is that normal, kind of thing. So it seems like when I connect with them, some of them wake up more so. But then there is others that are very advanced, and then I see their galactic side, and their galactic families and their avatars and their alignment with different planetaries.
You see that?
Yeah, so I totally see it. Like some people, I could see like a pyramid over their head, where their point is pointing down, and then I could see a planetary system on the left, and then a planetary on the right. Different colors. I seen like a Lyrian kind of creature. I say a Lyrian over somebody. I see like their ancient past, as in like,
Can you see it? Can you see it online, or do you have to be in front of them?
Oh, I don't need to be in front of them. It's remotely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can you see anything around me, for instance?
For you got a lot of planetary stuff going on with you.
That's a backdrop.
No, I know that's the backdrop, but I'm saying, I see all kinds of planetary stuff around you.
Really?
Yeah. So you're pretty open.
So what does that mean when somebody has, like you were talking about your client, or like what you just said about me, but what significance does the planetary energy around them, what's the significance of that? Is that in regard to their origination or their journey, or what kind of energy they're carrying at the moment?
See, some people I could see the whole planetary over them, and then some people I can't, because they're not from there. They're from somewhere else. So when I do have a huge opening with them, then yeah, I definitely see like they're connected, and they need to be reconnected with their planetary galactic families.
So
So
like when you did this healing on the guy, I think you said it was yesterday, the one that got cured with one session.
mm-hmm.
What does that look like? I mean, are you working with those things that you see around him? Are you working inside the body, like psychic surgery, or what are you doing?
Okay, so I do a biofield scan, a body scan on people on their outer energy fields. And then I basically go off of that, and then I do a holographic 5D energy session where I go multidimensional inside. That could be from, their karmic, their past life, their, generational, their ancestral. I see like their cord, if there's cords connected, I see like, I see so many, everybody's so different. And so like over him, I seen like heavy metals. So he was totally toxic from heavy metals. When people come to me, they don't usually tell me what is wrong. I pretty much could see what's wrong. I go inside their body, and I could see like, it's either like that the foods are environment, or it's past, or it's ancestral, such and such, So when I go inside their body, like for him, he had heavy metals within his brain tissues. He had heavy metals within his liver and in his tissues. So I then I all of a sudden got a picture of him as in like a landfill or environmental. So I asked him, I was like, so have you just recently, in the last year or so, because it all started a year ago, were you in a landfill? And he's a fireman. He works for the fire department. And he said, yeah, we were in the landfill in California, and putting out fire where they dump off all these chemicals. And so after he was, when he did that, he got a rash all over his body, started itching, and then he got just totally bloated and toxic, and the doctors couldn't do anything for him because they couldn't diagnose him. So he was pretty blown away, because after just one session and all that went down, and then detoxing. So yeah, it's a variety of things with me. I just go with what energy comes through. I work with direct source, galactic family, my galactic family, yes. And I work with my queen angel, which has always been with me. So um, I don't never work with guides. I never really called upon guides or anything like that. So I don't even know if I have guides, but
So
I know,
you're working with Source and Galactic Family.
yeah, galactic family and
Where
source.
do you know where, like, the Galactic Family, is it from one star system, or is it like a rainbow coalition?
So that's the thing with me is I think it's a rainbow because I feel like I've been here so many times from the galactic side that I feel connected to a lot of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
So
I don't.
you utilize everything. Well, yeah. I mean, these are aspects. I don't know, aspects of you, or how do you see that?
I feel like I came from these different planetaries and giftings within that, and it comes to me togetherness.
Hmm.
So yeah, and when you say the rainbow kind of thing, I work with the different colors and energies and vibrations and sounds with that, and I bring it to Earth,
Hmm.
bring it into the person's healing. you know. So another thing too is I do like a frequency healing, and I use my vocals for that sometimes. But
How
yeah,
does that work?
I sound. People say I sound like those. What are those horns called? The deuteries or
The
whatever.
didgeridoo,
Yeah,
or
didgeridoo.
didgeridoo,
Yeah. So
didgeridoo.
some
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, you sound like you're doing that," and I do that with sessions when I'm doing the remote energy
Are
healing.
you doing it right out of your throat and mouth,
Yeah. So people say, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm with the aliens or something." Uh,
or the Aborigines? Can you can you can you do 5 seconds of it? Can you show us?
okay, let me see. Okay. I usually go deeper and it gets more intense with the healing session. So, yeah. So I do that with that. And then I also pre record my high frequencies that I get from source. And I use those for 33 of our main vortexes
In
to,
our bodies.
yep, to open them up.
So when you, like, say this guy with the heavy metals, when you identify what it is, then you tap into your team. Do you actually consciously, like, move stuff and transform stuff, or do you just connect to your family or field or whatever, and allow it to take care of itself?
I actually go in there and remove it with the galactic family. They show me what to do and then I do it
Mm,
for each
wow.
person. So and everybody's different. So I go multi-dimensional, find out the root causes of different, you know, like I said, there's you gotta figure out the root cause of everything, like the
Yeah.
pain or why you. I work with also balancing their system, as in like the thymus, the T cells, the B cells. I see inside of a body literally like when you see somebody in surgery or a 5D X-ray. I don't see like a picture as in like like a cartoon thing. I don't see that. I see like I could literally see each cell with the little hair molecules and your cells in general, the clusters of it. So yeah, it's but I used to have to run out of the restaurant because I would try to eat like I said before. I would have to run out because I didn't want to see that, their heart beating and their blood flowing.
You got like X-ray vision, man.
Yeah. So my
I
husband,
mean, why would even anybody wear any clothes around you? You can see right through them.
well, oh my gosh, yes. And I have another beautiful client that I see regular. Her son, he's 16, and he is so funny. He doesn't trust doctors, so he comes to me. And he's like, now he doesn't care what he wears or anything like that because she could see inside my body, mom. So it doesn't really make a difference.
Wow.
She could see my poo, mom.
Wow. That's crazy.
So yeah.
He's
So
16 years old.
yeah, he's really
Is he woke?
oh, he's woke. He just is not walking in it yet. He's very gifted person, and I could see like he also astral projects, like he goes out of his body, and I always see blues all around him and blues within him. He's extra sensitive, very gifted soul. So is his sister. So
So is that what blue represents, or does it represent something in particular?
he's from a certain galactic family for sure, and he gets downloads all the time. So it's just for him to get out of his ego and not caring what other people think, and him going forward and more of a confidence and giving those giftings that he has.
Wow.
But he trusts me. He comes to me, and he's so cute. So he had broken. I think he broke his hand or something because he's in sports. So I told him exactly what I've seen and stuff, and then they went to the doctor, and then the doctor said exactly what I seen. So, but he healed up pretty quick. I do a kind of like an infrared session with him, and he could feel it. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Does,
So
does he I'm really intrigued by these young people.
I
Uh,
I seem to have a lot more favor with the younger people than I do with the
well,
older. It seems.
it's probably because your frequency. I mean, they're high. They're all high frequency.
Yeah, they're high frequency, most definitely. And then just like helping them discover their giftings and having confidence in it, and teaching them about their abilities too. But
Wow.
but I like that they come to me for healing too and upgrades. So just like yeah, a 7-year-old, there was a 7-year-old too. Parents couldn't figure out what's wrong with them, and so basically helped some of the real young ones too.
So how does Tony Love get healings and upgrades
You
for,
mean
for your for yourself? Yeah.
oh, for me? Oh, I go up to a high frequency and get cleared off and stay in the high frequency, as you can tell. um, and my galactic family just, protects me and charges me.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to find anybody else I could go to get
Yeah. No, I was just
yeah.
curious if I figured that would be your answer, would be that you get it from your team. So, um, do you connect with your team daily? Even do you ever connect with your team when you're not working on somebody?
They're always around me. So yeah.
Have
Constant.
they told you anything about what the state of the union is, like where we're at, what's going on? People talk about the flash and or what is it, the event and this and that and all this stuff. I mean, I'm curious as to whether your team gives you any intel whatsoever for the collective.
And the thing is I haven't really asked them about that, and they'll let me know, but because I don't have the fear of that, and I know that we're going to be in such a higher frequency and vibration, I don't feel like we're going to I don't feel like the earth or anything else is going to be taken out with this whole apocalypse or whatever.
No,
I
I don't.
I feel
Yeah,
like we're going to be joined by our galactic families. I feel
that's
that.
what you feel. You feel like we're gonna be joined
Hmm.
in the physical,
Yep.
or in a dimension where everybody can hang ten with, right?
Right, and but also too, we're all at a different dimension, and we're all have different galactic families. So it all depends on yourself, also. But
Yeah, I was telling Morgan that last night or the night before. I'm like, we connect every night. We go into dimensions. We do all these things happen to us, and I wonder why they never tell us anything like what's happening in the world. She said, well, if they want us to know, they'll tell us, but they never really said anything. The only thing they said to her that I can recall on that was that at some point we're all going to be put to work. The mass population is going to need us.
Yeah.
Whatever that is referring to, I don't know.
And yeah, so that's why they haven't really told me, but they would come to us with urgency to prepare ourselves. And
I think that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, like they're preparing us we need to higher our frequencies. We need to remove the earthly things, earth energy. And the last week or so, I've been urgent to do higher frequency vibrations, all the way up to 1150 8Z. And that's how, I mean, you got to raise yourself above all this situation right now. And there was
absolutely. Well, and I think we could take we could take a note from their book, a page out of their book. If they have come to assist us, like they do Morgan and I every night, like they do you, like so many people around the world, there has been an acceleration and a sense of urgency, probably since the winter solstice. I mean, there has been before that, but I mean, it seems like things really ramped up.
Yes.
Like in preparation for something. Are you feeling that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely see it. I see the planetary systems are flying really low, close to us right now, and they're aligning for something amazing. I feel excited that there's something amazing coming, and it's very close to us.
I feel that.
And
I can't wait till the after party.
Oh, I know, really. I mean, I don't know. Of course, they don't give us the, everything, because if we knew everything, like we're not supposed to say anything before it happens, kind of thing,
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of people that have fear and they're not knowing, or am I going to go? Sure, everybody. That's why we're sent here, to help up your energy field, up your healing,
Yep.
We're here to help do that, so that you can all be a part of this,
which is tied to the transformation of the carbon to the light body too, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, somebody was on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he said, in our bodies right now, in the state they're in right now, on the earth in 5 years, it wouldn't be able to survive.
I know,
so
right?
Our body has to increase in frequency, and I guess that's another way to describe, what happens to the light body, or what is the light body.
Yeah, because and our bodies it's so hard to even handle the frequency for some, and then some people are already there, have been there, or sent, sent from the future, that already have that high frequency, that helping others. But and they detox. It's kind of like a detox, They go through flu symptoms. They go through feeling this depression or anxiety of some sort, and they're not sure why, but at the same time, a cleansing and a detox and removing. And so we've been going through that, I believe, really, really strong. I feel like the last 2 years, it has accelerated to so fast. One of my clients I worked on, she had so much energy going through her all at once. Her body was literally vibrating. And she's like, I'm just done with this. I'm just done with this, and then it finally, because she's getting so much downloads and removing and detoxing, and then she's now like at an state, and she feels excellent now, and she's getting visions, and she's seeing her old, the Egyptian symbols, and I seen the Larian on one side of her, and I seen the dog, I don't know what it's called, the lynx from Egypt on the left side of her. And just yesterday, I think it was, we seen this beautiful sunrise behind her, and in the front, then I seen the goddess on the left side of her, in her root area, the root vortex. And then on the right side, I seen, what was it I seen? Oh, a shaman, like a shaman medicine doctor. And then the serpent snake going up the tree that was there. So everything was starting to place in a line after she had this huge huge download of a shift in her life.
Well,
And I get to experience this with her because, you know, and it's just amazing to see all this. It's beautiful. So
right on.
so she comes to me. I think she's on too. Mandy, she's like, that's
Mandy
funny.
Tokalix.
Yeah. I
Tokalix.
just seen her. She's like, that was my son. So yeah, so she's been awakening quite fast. Like, whew,
Are you seeing more people awakening?
I'm
I
seeing
mean, you're finding that there's more and more people.
yeah, and another thing too is that it seems like the natural abilities are awakening for them to even heal themselves now.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So pretty soon they're not going to come to like me or other healers because they're going to have that already awakened within them
Yeah.
and the capability of doing it. And I think that's where we're all coming at as an all healed human body, souls, and alive together.
Yeah, we had a couple of what I guess you would call healers on a couple of weeks ago, but they were like on different shows, but like within a 4 or 5 show period. And I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again because one of the ladies reminds me of you. But anyway, when I asked them about their process, and I'm just gonna kind of paraphrase everything, but they basically said they go into a certain frequency. Like one of them said, I go into the 6th dimension, and I just basically merge with the 6th dimension. I'm just become the 6th, become that frequency. And she said, I don't go into that space asking questions.
yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I just go and what I need will be shown. And so to your point, I think that's how it's going to go. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a higher frequency, and with that higher frequency be less verbalization, there'll be more telepathy, there'll be all the things that the weirdos like you and other people have been exposed to.
We're ETs. I go up into a nothing place too, and it's just all beautiful, pure energy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's 13th for me. So
Yeah.
the higher, the higher. But it's like you just go there and you step aside and whatever, you know, the galactic family or my angel or source does for that person, it's amazing experience. You don't ask questions at all. That's true. But you know, another thing too is when I had my near death experience, as in when I was on the other side or wherever I may be, people say heaven or or the universe or whatever. When I entered into that place was so pure, and it's almost similar to the places where I go for the high frequency because nothing can penetrate your biofield or your holographic system or anything. You're just pure soul pureness. And that's what I feel like that we're getting to that now on Earth.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I think part of the journey, because everybody has something, everybody's got some kind of standout quality or characteristic or skill or ability.
Yeah.
But I think as this thing is continued, it's becoming more of like a tool belt, like you have more than one. And I think a big part of our path is not getting so fixated on what we can do, right?
Yeah.
Like you're very plainly saying, hey, eventually I'm not going to have a job, and you don't have a problem with it. You're not like resisting that, and you're not like overly attached to what you do.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good thing, because these things that we've picked up on, let's say in the last few years, can be just as much of a distraction or an attachment as an old trauma, right?
Exactly. So you want to keep yourself pure and just know, and you're helping others to reach that level, and eventually we'll all be like that. So we won't even really need a job, but we'll be all pureness and unity and oneness. And I'm not really worried about that. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on what I'm sent to do, and that's good.
You're sent to do what you're doing.
Yeah, and if we put labels, if we put you know, this and this and that. It's just bringing your vibrations lower, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
Or before I didn't have no labels, but then people said, well, we don't understand what you do. Well, I have to put,
Yeah.
uh,
You have
yeah,
to put a little something
but
there.
I don't focus on that so much. I just want to be an open source. And another thing too is to make sure that they're not in their mind and trying to control things,
Yeah.
and just be out of that, and just let source do whatever they need to do, because that's why
Yeah.
we're here on this earth, plainly. So,
What happens when your husband watches you working? You mentioned that earlier. I'm just curious. Does he get like blown away by it?
well, he gets blown away by it, but then he's like, well, why don't you work on me because I need it.
That's a good idea.
And I
I'm gonna tell Morgan that.
yeah,
I'm
well,
just
the
kidding.
thing is, it's like, I've been married for 32 years, and it seems
Mm,
to be a little bit different when you're connected to somebody.
yeah.
But another thing too is that he seems to get things spiritually from me automatically. You know,
Yeah.
so he's what is that when you go into a room and one clock's one and the other, and then they start harmonizing together.
Yeah.
So that's what he does, and he's a very gifted soul. Very wow, he's got a lot of tools that he needs to start using more. So I try to push him forward. You know, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I see people that get sick
Yeah.
a lot, and they're in agony or pain or they're suffering, and that is because they're on the lower level of vibration, and a source is obviously saying get up and start doing what you're supposed to do, because
Yeah.
I won't make you come.
Especially, yeah. Especially now.
Yeah,
Like if you're not in on some pretty steady trajectory of alignment with your purposes, your relationship, yourself, and all that, it can be a little painful right now.
yeah, and source doesn't make us comfortable if we're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
You know, things happen sometimes for that, so we need.
Source has got a big pair of boots too.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody ever seen source, but when I was on the other side, I should say. Another thing too. Last time I did the show, I think it was in June, uh,
Hmm.
and you were talking, and it made sense to me. You really reached out to me because I just don't know. I don't think about those things. I just go with the flow of what I have and know from source. But you said something about the hollow world, and I really feel connected to the hollow people, and you said
Yeah.
some other things too that made sense to me. So then,
Yeah.
of course, I had to kind of dive into that to find out. And then I was like,
Did you dive in? Did you dive in? In an interstellar way, or did you dive in like researching?
well, I did some research, but then it brought back some memories.
Mm,
So it was like, it was amazing experience. And I thank you so much for that, because I just didn't know. And it makes sense of what I've seen. And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's one facet of my life too, was that.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a big part of this too. I think it's God. Who knows how it's going to go down?
Uh,
Like you said, but you just pay attention to what your heart shines in doing, and serve the collective in that manner. And what more can you ask for? Who
like,
cares how the story plays out?
well,
You
yeah.
know?
And then also, if we start thinking about it, we get into our mind and we get distracted too,
Yeah. Exactly.
or don't get
And
polluted.
that's right.
Don't get
And
polluted
that's right.
from man stuff too. Watch what we receive, kind of thing.
Too much light can distract you as much as too much dark.
Right?
I'm
Exactly.
gonna I'm righteous. I'm over here with the righteous and the pious, and I'm a good I'm a you know what I mean, over identifying, and ignoring the ever beloved holy shadow.
So the thing is too is that we always got to keep our cup empty too,
Yeah.
and childlike. It's very important to be childlike and innocent, and so that you don't get into that ego or that righteousness too. So, and also it's very important to commune with source. Make an effort to
Yeah.
1 2 hours to giving back. So, um, and
Are
I
you
I do that light language too with when I do the
you do?
yeah, I did with the communion, definitely. Oh yeah, I just posted some light language code artwork. I just posted that I did.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder what the codes are trying to say, if other people could interpret some of those,
Hmm.
or if you
Cool.
made
And
people.
what is that on your personal page?
So that's my Facebook is Toni the Global Healer.
Hmm.
And then I have a website, ToniTheGlobalHealer.com, and then YouTube, Toni the Global Healer. So it's all Toni the Global Healer.
Right on.
Keep
Well,
it.
perfect. So
Yeah.
I was just gonna tell her to put her links in the comments, and she just took care of everything for me. But if you want to put the links in the comments too, because some people, a lot of us actually, I'm gonna put myself in that category. If it's not totally user friendly, I can't find it.
Right. Right.
But
Exactly.
I was gonna ask you, what's the closest big city you're near?
So I'm like near. Right now, I live in Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise?
Yeah, Surprise, Arizona.
I've
So
been through there.
it's like what it's like an hour to 2 hours from downtown Phoenix, I believe.
Okay.
And
So
so,
you're west of Phoenix.
yeah, we're the west side.
You're on the west side,
We're the west side.
north side, south side, east side, west side.
Yeah.
Don't get me starting to rap right now. I don't want to do that. No, I'm kidding. I would love to talk longer. I've got another show and I got to prepare for
Oh, I
in
know you are so busy, and
30 minutes.
you're an amazing.
Hey, we might be headed that way. Um, uh, well, you can't really make any plans in the Ascension, but
Yeah,
we're kind of set intentions to be out that way. So, and I know because Morgan and I drove twice through
you,
Arizona since August, and I know we went through Surprise because I
yeah,
remember seeing it.
and you went to Sedona too. Surprise in Goodyear is a really beautiful place. I have a Airbnb, so I have a lot of guests that come through
Hmm.
here, but it's a nice area. It's kind of supposed to be for retirement, but I think
Hmm.
that people from California and all over actually are moving here, so it's a mixture now.
Well, if we go through Surprise, Arizona, then we're going to surprise you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It's like come to Surprise.
I no, I'd love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you and do a little video on the spot and just
We
just
can do some music too, because we are musicians.
what's that?
We are musicians. We could do some music.
Yeah,
So
well, I didn't
my
I didn't know that.
my husband is a amazing guitarist, jazz, blues, everything.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
I'm I'm a singer.
I'm in. I'm there. We can have a Soulspeaks karaoke.
Yeah, and also we met somebody that was staying with us on our Airbnb, and they just moved here, and they're an amazing guitarist. So we've been getting
Wow.
together to open up our jazzy blues thing again, and then also I do my spiritual stuff because I do my crystal bowls and you know
Man,
like
I love mixing up all the different stuff. Just
yeah,
mix it all together and see what it's a remix.
yeah, and so we can have like a huge jam session. I recorded that the other night. I'll show it to you
Right
uh,
on.
when we had people here and we were jamming with music.
Right on. I'd love that stuff, man.
We would
Eat
love
it up.
to have you come over and do that, most definitely.
Well, if we come through there, I promise you we'll reach out to you because I remember we drove through there. I remember because how are you going to forget a name like that?
Well, then I said I seen your post, Todd. I was like, well, you guys are traveling, and I said you guys were. I think I seen that you were posted that you were in Arizona. I was like, well, I hope that you come by this way. I think
Yeah.
that was a while ago. So
Well, yeah. Now I've got my bearings straight, and I kind of have a pretty good idea of where people are. So that's why I asked you because I knew you were over that way. Yeah,
yeah,
that'll work. Well,
okay.
you keep on plugging away, keep on doing your thing. Best to you and your husband, all your family, and thank you so much. I love you. You are just a beautiful, beloved sister, and I love sharing space with you and everybody else out there.
Thank you so much for having me again, Todd. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
And say
we'll
hi.
do it again if you're open to it. We'll do it again,
She,
and
I,
we'll set intentions. We'll set intentions to have a little jam session.
yeah, most definitely. So,
All right. You
all
take
right.
care.
Love and light to you.
All
Blessing.
right. Peace out.
Uh-huh.